Hi, Limit Break Overdrive with the Path of Exile video. This is gonna be my patch notes slash league reveal recap. Finally, better late than never. I was pretty busy this weekend, so didn't quite have the time to do it. But now I can, so pretty hyped about it too. I got some bullet points on my other monitors, so I don't miss things I wanted to talk about. Some things I won't go through because I don't care, like spells or tinctures, for example, because I just don't care. But yeah, anything melee I'm gonna try to go quickly through. First things first, counterattacks are gone. We now get retaliation skills. They might be good, they might not be good, I don't know. But at least it's a new way of playing them. That might be cool. They look interesting, but we'll see. I'm gonna test it out once I reach maps, for example, just to see. Because we're finally gonna get sockets on melee skills because totems are fucking dead. So you save multiple totems, War Chief, Protector, and even Calling Strike. So you save 4 sockets or 3 minimum. So that's pretty nice. And skills have been buffed since we don't get the more multiplier to damage from War Chief. And they get a lot of damage effectiveness, but we don't get the speed bonus from Protector that we were getting. I think it's like 20% more attack speed that we lose. That hurts. Hopefully the damage buff is going to be enough to compensate that, and skills are still going to feel fine to play. Hopefully. We're going to have to see. It's the only thing I'm slightly worried about, but the rest seems pretty fine. So we won't have to use Panopticon with buff that lingers and whatnot. It's kind of been moved to banners, but not quite. And speaking of banners, they suck. Moving on, I mean, they just temporary buffs. Like, there's something that gives like 5 to elemental resistances, and it's not to maximum res. That would have been something. What do I want to do with 5 res? I'm not gonna run at 70 all res and I'm gonna use my banner to be res cap. No, it's not happening. It's just bad. War banner gives 4% more damage and it's temporary. Like, why would I fucking bother? The only thing I saw that was interesting to me with banners is this thing. You basically place your banner once you have max valor and you generate endurance and frenzy charges. Maybe I'm gonna use that to get my frenzy charges against bosses, but I'm not even sure. Well, I'm gonna test it out, but really not hyped about banners. Rage, massive change. So basically it's giving you more attack damage per rage, but you won't be able to get to 100. You start with 30, and there's a notable that gives 10, a mastery that gives 7, plus some other nodes. So you're gonna be able to get like 50 something rage if you invest into it, but you don't get the attack speed and move speed. Move speed especially hurts because I was not investing really into move speed, like 20 on my boost with chill avoidance, and I would get the rest from rage and leech slam, and I would be fine. Now we might have to invest into move speed even if we leech slam through the maps. Not a big fan of that. And the only way to get attack speed per rage now is to be a berserker, but we're gonna talk about the berserker later. So rage is gonna be probably mandatory for every single melee build. We're gonna get a lot of damage, but you need to invest, so it's probably gonna be better overall, except for berserker. But again, we're gonna have to see. But I'm gonna be investing in rage because it's gonna be generating fast, and you're gonna lose it fast if you don't get hit or do damage. But we're gonna be able to use berserk quite often, even though it's been nerfed a lot. It's gonna be rage effectiveness. It's still a buff, but if you can maintain it like almost always, it's gonna be good. But it's never gonna be as good as it was before. No more damage reduction, no more attack speed. So Bear's Girdle is kinda dead. I don't see myself using a full belt slot for just 10 max rage. Don't think I'm gonna be using that ever. We don't get damage from it. Anything. Psychotic Axes. Around rage on hit instead of max rage. Probably not gonna use that either. So lots of rage things that got kind of killed. But rage itself is gonna be probably fine. Tinctures have been added, like I said. Don't really give a shit about that. Retaliation skills are interesting. We're gonna have to test it out. There's no way to see how good or not they're gonna be until we try them. Endgame improvements. If I look at my notes here, 6 slot on the map device, pretty good. And the thing I'm most interested about here is that once you do your 10 wave from even fight, you get 5. So we're gonna get that quite quickly, which is pretty good. We get Wildwood in tier 16s. Not a big fan of the Wildwood, but the fact that tier 16s and 17s themselves only get some stuff is a good thing, because we won't see ourselves farm like tier 11 or 12 or yellow maps to get things, because we're gonna be able to get these things, which are the Wildwood, the Nameless Seer to get a free unique, and the Scry div cards, which is interesting. Let's say Doctor is now in Cells, which is a really bad map layout. You're gonna be able to move that to, let's say, Beach or Mesa and farm your Doctor card or Apothecary card there. I don't think you can scry more than one map to Mesa, so you're gonna have like 2 or 3 maps you're gonna be running probably, but that's an interesting change. King of the Mist is back. Whatever, we're not getting the jewels, so Kalandra is back. You're gonna be able to find like the reflective mist to create ring. They're either gonna drop on the ground or you're gonna get the thing to make your own. That's pretty nice. Sentinels on the ground, kind of whatever. But we're gonna get recombinators in the Settlers of Kalguur. That is really nice. Double anoint amulets from Blight Ravage map. Another reason to run them. We could get the super powerful amulet that can get 4 anointments, which is pretty rare. I don't remember the name right now, but now these might drop, so pretty cool. Ultimatum mobs will drop loot, whatever. Black Morrigan is now in the core pool as well as other beasts from the memory, so that's nice. And Simulacrum, 15 waves instead of 30, but it's the 15 interesting ones. I've been seeing that for leagues. Pretty happy. Tier 17s, apparently mobs will hit not as hard and have less health. It's probably still gonna be bullshit. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna run them either, because that was just not fun. So, because bosses are the same bullshit again. So, endurance charges, elemental damage reduction per endurance charges, which means Jug might see other configuration for its ascendancy. So that's nice enough, because he kind of got nerfed in the way. And yeah, melee skills, Bone Shatter especially, but anything trauma related has been nerfed, because we lose a lot of attack speed from the totem. And the more attack speed you have, the more trauma charges you get, which means the more damage you get. That's been nerfed. But increased duration support has been massively buffed. It's now multiplicative, so Bone Shatter might be fine if you switch out, for example, Rootless for the increased duration or more duration support. That might be fine. You might be able to get as many trauma stacks as before or even more. I don't know. I want to test that. I need POB for that. I've already made the build in another tool, but if I don't have POB to calculate the damage, I don't know for sure, but that might be okay. Rage support is dead in my mind. It's just bad, but... And if we talk about skills that look interesting, Cleave got a lot of damage effectiveness, but it lost its flat damage like Bone Shatter, like a lot of skills. So Cleave looks super interesting, but without flat damage, we'll see. But Cleave and Cleave of Rage. Double Strike of Momentum got a lot of effectiveness, but that skill didn't have flat damage to start with, so that's just a straight buff, and it was already good. Same for Dual Strike of Ambidix Tree. That looks incredible. Shield Crush got buffed a lot, damage-wise. Heavy Strike got buffed, and no longer knocks back. So what's its identity? I don't know. So we'll see. Glacial Armor looks super juicy. 622 damage effectiveness is just nuts. So might try that. And Flesh and Stone is 10% more damage for 25 reservation. That's just gonna be in every melee build, I'm pretty sure. Especially now that we don't reserve for banner because they're just garbage. So yeah, and if we go here, I wonder if I can see some of these ascendancies, because I have to talk about them even though I've already been rambling for 10 minutes. Gladiator, no, Okay, this is the Warden, don't care. Gladiator. Lucky Block, that's pretty fucking nuts. You can get like 65 block and spell block with barely any investment, even if you're dual wielding and you get more attack speed, so that just looks nuts. This is extremely strong. You can get up to 100% more damage, but let's say you get 25, 30, 40, 50. It's already pretty nuts. Again, this we're gonna have to test, and this is good, especially if you use Baron Astra. If you don't, not as good. Just depends on your build. And then yeah, bleed, aggravated bleed. So Glad won't be as good with Crimson Dance, but will be good with other bleeds. So that's interesting. Bleed looks juicy this league. Jug, you don't get the damage reduction for your armor anymore. 4 elemental damage, you get it for chaos damage. I can't be fucked really, unless you invest into like the Timeless Jewel, Dorianis, I believe, and whatnot. That's gonna be good. Other than that, I might just take the +1 max endurance charge and free generating endurance charges, because they're way better for early damage now. So nerf or not, I'm not sure. Not happy about that change. I liked the special note that Jug had. Now the only special note he has is for the attack speed with accuracy. And Champion got killed. 15 fortification instead of 20. That's ass. And the other node after that is kind of whatever. The pattern node is not worth in my opinion. So yeah, Champion got gutted. And they added a massive amount of nodes to the tree. So alright. Now, Settlers of Kalguur, I'm gonna try to be quick. You can basically have your own bots to run maps, it's pretty nice. These rooms look super good for the crafting. Is it this picture? Which picture is... This is the loot you can get when you send boats on journeys. That looks pretty fun. The crafting... Where is it? You can get basically unique mods on rare items now by enchanting them. It's just... It's free, so you can get a Fire Axe Mjolnir like this one. It's nice. Auction house for currency, finally. Trade sucks so much ass. New uniques, alright, new skills. But the town building itself looks pretty fun. You're gonna have recombinators in them using these rooms, I believe. Tattoos, yeah, we know they're there. And boat, I mean, that is gonna be pretty nice. I'm usually try to get the maps on League Start as a melee character in like 8 hours or so. Tinkers some with the new league mechanic, but I might just take 10 hours, 12 hours now. Because that looks just, they're so micromanaging, and I like playing some MMOs and just chilling, so for me that looks just fun. So that was my recap. Sorry it was late, but yeah, that's when I could do it. For a build guide this league, I want to try to make Bone Shatter work. I want to maybe revisit my Lacerate build with either Crimson Dance or not. I don't know. Lacerate looks nice. Maybe do a Cleaver of Rage. I don't know what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna have time to do once POB is up to date, but at least try Bone Shatter, because I know defense-wise it's gonna be fine. And damage will probably be fine, especially for a league starter. So I'll keep you guys posted. Make sure you subscribe to see when I upload my guides. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.